How we doing, guys? We're back with draft 13. It's just started when we're looking at an interesting choice here in pack 1. Both of these cards are really strong Azorius cards. Righteous Authority and the Sky Knight. We've also got Seek the Horizon, Phantom General. Nothing else that shouts out to me as much as these two guys. However, these are both first pickable, and say for example I take this, the General, and the opponent to my left takes a Righteous Authority, and then the opponent to my left again thinks the Sky Knight, the Azorius is open, so he takes the Sky Knight. Both those opponents are then fighting for Azorius colours, and because of that their decks are going to be diminished because they're fighting with one another. So that's what I've went ahead and taken. The guy to my right just passed me a pack rat, which is crazy, because if you watch the last draft you've seen just how powerful that can be. So I'm definitely taking the pack rat here, and hopefully I'll get past the cards that allow me to play it. Yeah, the pack rat has to be the pick in this pack. So there's a Stab Wound as well. This is a very strong black card. The other cards in this pack that I like, nothing in particular to be honest. I mean, this is going to get seen again, so the Slitherhead's okay, but it's not as good as a Stab Wound. So we're just going to go ahead and take the Stab Wound here. Soti's nice, I like it slows down the tempo of the game. We get an Axeman Guardian, who's also nice. It gets me mana should I need the fixing. Frostborn Weird. This is, guys, definitely playable. The Drainpipe Vermin, who actually pairs quite well with the pack rat. And the Sever Shambler, who's just well costed. We could also take this guy and think about going into red, but I think for the time being we're going to take the Sewer Shambler. I'm sure I'll see more Drainpipe Vermin later on. So nothing's screaming out at me in this pack. Nothing at all screaming out at me in this pack. I guess we take the 2/2 creature or two. We could take the Golgari Keyrune, that's totally reasonable. If when I decide to go into another colour that pairs with black, it will be green or red, and my personal preference is probably green. Oh, so we get a charm here as well. We're just getting past lots of Golgari stuff, aren't we? Psychic Spiral. See, I don't like this, given that I've passed 2 Chronic Floodings and a Doorkeeper already. I am going to make that deck one day, and I'll show you how it works. Basically it involves milling yourself with the Chronic Floodings and the Doorkeeper walls, and then playing this card and decking your opponent. It sounds mental, but it does actually work. I'm going to take the charm here. Another Doorkeeper is getting past. Someone is going to be playing this deck. I guess the Mind Rot. Seek the Horizon, the Hexproof creature. We'll go for the Hexproof guy. It has to be this guy. I'm surprised he's still there actually, he's not that bad. The Sluiceway Scorpion. I remove a Death Touch creature that recycles onto another creature. Yeah, the green cards seem to be coming back to me. So we've got the Corozda Monitor or the Long Legs. I think I value this guy more than the Long Legs, to be honest. So we got the Drainpipe Vermin coming back. No one's picked up the Chronic Flooding yet, so maybe no one else has thought of this deck in this pod. Perhaps I should have went into it, but I couldn't pass a pack rat. Another Mind Rot, I guess. There's no way I will run 2 Mind Rots, but hopefully I won't even need to run 1. And hopefully both guys to my left are going to be struggling for Azorius cards. I didn't see anything particularly strong get passed after the first booster, so it would be ideal if by passing those 2 cards they went into those colours. So what have I got of interest in here? Guildfeud, no. Tablet of the Guilds, no. Staticaster's good. This guy's okay. He trades up, that's something. The Reveler, unfortunately there's nothing particularly strong in this pack. These guys will probably come back round. There's a possibility this guy won't. So we're going to take him over the Brush Strider. She's just not that strong, I don't think. There we go, nice wee Guild Mage to get past. I like getting Guild Mages when you're on colour. I like getting Guild Mages in general. What are we likely to see again in this pack? Probably quite a lot of the green stuff, to be honest. This guy will definitely come back round. This guy will probably come back round. I'd say this guy will. Of course I might. Would be nice if that wheels. Rites of Reaping. The Reach guy, Regenerator. This is a tougher call. This is a strong ability, but it's just so late, and it's a sorcery. I think I prefer one of these commons over the uncommon. In terms of removal, what have I got so far? Just the Stab Wound and the Scorpion. I guess this is removal. Yeah, we'll take this. If we need the removal, it can go in. Now this is peculiar because I passed those 2 cards originally, hoping that both my opponents would go into Azorius, and now they're passing me all these Azorius things. That's strange. And slightly worrying. Anyway, there's absolutely nothing for me here. I don't want another Rhino. I definitely don't want a Horncrawler's Chant, and I don't want a Mind Rot. I also don't want this guy to detain anything of mine. So let's need a Key Rune. We've got the Trample guy, or a Guild Gate. Let's start to get rid of the stuff that's not going in. Okay, this is a much better curve than the last deck, and the last deck went all the way, so I think we're going to take the 4 guy. The 3/3 Trampler, sorry. Jared's Orders. I like Jared's Orders here. it lets me find whatever I need. So if I need removal, I can get this guy. If the board's fully empty, I can get this guy. So yeah, Jared's orders. I guess you could make an argument that this is the card I'm most likely to play here. But it costs 7 mana. But it has to be my pick here. I don't like to passive syncopate, but so we're between the Deviant Glee or the Cremate. I guess the Cremate is... It would play quite well against the Mill deck, especially if the guy milled his own Psychic Spiral. But it's not going main deck. And it's shiny. I might have 2 of them now. So we've got the original pack back, the Troll did wheel, which is awesome. That will be my pick. No surprises to see Guildfeud still there. Danny Judgment's come quite a long way around the table. But the pick for me is definitely the Trestle Troll. And we take the long legs here. Giant Growth. I'm not upset to see that. Ugh, none of these cards should see limited play. I guess this at a push if you really need an extra creature, but yeah, okay. If someone beats me with a Horncaller's Chant now, I'll be quite upset. This is the other card you need for that combo. I'll show you. The one that runs Psychic Spiral and the Doorkeepers. And the Chronic Flooding. Where'd it go? Just in case you mill the Psychic Spiral, you sack this guy and bring it back to your hand. Ooh, a Cyclonic Rift. In terms of what's for me in this pack, probably the launch party. I could take another key rune, or this guy, but I suspect this and this to come back round. The key rune, I'm not that fussed if it doesn't. The only other thing is the Cyclonic Rift, although I'm not in blue. No. I'm not worried about the Cyclonic Rift. Only one of my opponents is going to get it, and I'm only going to face 3 of them, so the chances are I won't come up against it, and even if I do, turn 7 is not the end of the world. Some nice Selesnya cards here. The Smiter, which I think somehow I have 3 of, but I don't think I've ever played it. I must have drafted it at some point. So we have a Decoy, which would be awesome with lots of pack rats, but probably unnecessary. or a stab wound. It's going to be the stab wound here. My removal is still not brilliant. We're going to take another launch party for that reason. Man, we're passing good Selesnya stuff. Another Phantom General going here. I guess I can take this Gatekeeper. He fetches me a land, which is sometimes necessary on turn 2. Treasured Find, that's interesting. So is this guy. I don't have a Guild Gate though. Or we could get, a 2-1 for 2. I think the pick should probably be the Jailbreaker. Although this gets me back removal. Yeah, I think we'll take this. It's going to be, in fact it's probably not going to be any of the black cards, to be honest. This guy I just have a deep dislike for. And I have 2 of these and neither of them are seeing play. So what causes me most issues is probably the Traitorous Instinct. I had quite an interesting situation last night where one of my opponents went to Traitorous Instinct the Ogre Jailbreaker, hoping to swing in for the win, but of course he didn't control a gate, so it couldn't attack. So I let him take it back, but that would have been quite comical. My decisions have definitely been impacted by this second pick pack rat. That being said, I don't think it was a bad decision to go with black-green, given the amount of black removal we picked up and just the amount of beatdown creatures we've got in green. Although they seem to be drying up now. The Centre's Herald or the Perilous Shadow. It's got to be the Perilous Shadow, it's a much stronger card. Aerial Predation, we can get another rat. This might very possibly come back round to us. So I take the Aerial Predation and hope that it does. It will take the Kieran, it did come back round to us. And we'll take the Indrik. I think that might be the only creature I have that blocks flyers. Grizzly Salvage is pretty good. We get to search for a creature or a land. These guys, as you will have seen if you watched the last one, are pretty obscene. Let's take the rare, why not? And it didn't come back round. Oh no, if someone's picked a land here then the rat might have come back round. Very unlikely, but possible. Nope. Oh well. Right, so let's start with what's going in black-white. We can make an argument for that. Okay, yep, nope, yep. Green. I'd rather not play this guy. I'd rather not play this guy. I'd really rather not play the 6 drop either. Excuse me. So, oh my god, this curve is crazy. Let's get rid of the 6 guy, that puts us on 23. I want to drop some 4 drops. And ideally get at least one of the key runes in. In fact, let's drop a treasured find and we'll put a key rune in its place. That's not bad, it's probably bang on where I want to be creature wise. So yeah, I'm going to submit this and we'll see how it goes. We've got other, like we could always put the key rune in for more mana ramp, but if the curve stops at 5 we shouldn't really need it. And if we have to put this guy in, then I would probably put the key rune in as well. Aerial Predation will come in against flyers and this guy probably won't come in. So we'll see you in game 1.